It's almost 2024. So it's time to start thinking about what we want for next year. So I personally, for Nintendo at least, I've come up with my 2024 wish list. Some of the stuff on here is fairly reasonable. I mean, stuff we know that's going to happen, but I still want to put it out there that it's something I'm looking forward to, as well as some things that you know aren't guaranteed to happen, but I'm hoping they do happen. And I even threw in a few things that, like, there's no reason to expect these things to happen, but if they do, that's exciting. And at the end, I even threw in a little something that I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does, whew, that'll be interesting. So to start off with, on the first thing on this list is just more information on the Thousand Year Door remake, or not remake, remaster, whatever it is, because it's at least HD. That's all we really know is that it's being, all the assets are being transformed into HD, being redesigned, which is so exciting. But at the same time, what else is going to be in the game? Like, we know nothing at this point. In fact, we don't even know when it's going to come out. All they've said is 2024. Does that mean March? Is it that much done? Are we talking a summer release or a holiday release? I don't really know, but we just need more information that will allow us to really get an idea of what we're looking at. And I think one of the things I'd like to see, which honestly would be really cool to add, would be I forget what exactly. I think it's the Luigi Chronicles or something. You can find, like, because Luigi goes on like his own adventure throughout the game, and I forget if it's a book or I think you actually I think it's a book in the original Paper Mario, but it's you actually talk to Luigi in the actual game. I think it'd be pretty cool to add side content where you actually get to play as Luigi, kind of as like a side mode. That would be cool. But honestly, I just want more information. How, like, what have they changed and what is essentially just being ported to Switch? Because I feel like we just need to know more information before we can really like obviously the hype is real. It is the hype is rising, and I feel like the hype can either be solidified or die out once we get more information. So that's the first and foremost thing that I want. Um, Next up is I I know we haven't gotten any content for Mario Maker 2, but I would love an update to the game that adds the Wonder content, like the stuff from Super Mario Bros. Wonder, like that, the possibilities, the stuff people have gotten out from the new Super Mario Bros. Line and like the old games, the create. Could you imagine if you put that in the hands of the community? The levels like we could create, that would be really exciting. I also would really like for that Princess Peach Showtime game. Like we got like a really like early glimpse of it. Like 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 we barely got anything. Like I think they showed a single fight and like Peach walking around a town. But like aside from that, we know nothing of the game. But I really want the game to not suck, because I feel like, just like how with Luigi, Princess Peach has the capability of starring in her own games. She's only starred like been the main character for one other game, and that was Super Princess Peach, where the main gimmick was emotions. And I feel like, just like how with Luigi's Mansion, we need a Peach series, and I am hoping that this game could potentially be the true gateway into a Peach focused series. Next, I'd say we would also need more details on the Zelda movie. They haven't put anything in a direct, like at all. We got essentially on Twitter that Miyamoto's just like, hey, we're gonna be making a Zelda movie, and it's gonna be live action. That's all we know. So I'd love just some more details on that. Like, what studio? That's the big one. What studio is working on this? Who are they working with to make this movie happen? And also, just like when they announced the Mario movie, they also announced later on in the year the cast. Like who's going to be starring as Zelda, Link, Ganondorf? Because or is it going to be some other villain that isn't Ganondorf, which I don't think they're going to do, but who's going to star as these characters? Like we need to know. I know one of the big ones is Tom Holland as Link, which is really splitting like the opinion. Like some people are like that would be perfect. Other people are like it's just another Chris Pratt type thing where you're just getting like a famous character who can play the character, but also is just you're more so using them for their name and not like their actual like fit with the character. So yeah, just more information on the movie. The Mario movie has me excited for more Nintendo movies coming forward. Now I know this next one is it feels like we're beating a dead horse at this point, like asking for this, but the Switch 2 or the Switch Pro, the next console. We need it. The Switch is how old is the Switch? Came out in 2017. So the Switch is gonna be 7 years old, if I'm correct. We need a new console, and I'm hoping that they do something along the same lines as the DS, where we use the same cartridge type. It might be like a different um like it might be a cartridge not compatible with the original Switch, or like I don't know, but like we just need the Switch 2 at this point. We need it. Like the Switch is getting old. It's getting harder and harder to run modern games on the system. So like we need that announcement. And following up with that announcement, I feel like if they are going to announce it, that's also the perfect time to announce Odyssey 2. I know like at this point it like we got Breath of the Wild too. Like when the Switch came out, we got Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, the 1-2 punch that made the console like came out of the gate running. But now we need, Odyssey. Just like how with Galaxy, there's so much potential just using the same like assets to just make a direct sequel or I I guess direct kind of like how Galaxy 1 and 2 were sequels, but like they're completely separate on their own. Like you don't need to know like the first one to be able to play the second one, but it's essentially the same kind of game. We need that with Odyssey. Like it would just be so exciting. And I also feel like with you know a Switch 2 announcement, we need a new IP. Like the Wii U had Splatoon, which became like massively successful. Like they're on their third game and it's selling better than ever. The Switch, I believe they're at least one I'd say is probably the biggest is Arms. Sure, it didn't do as good as Splatoon, but like it was still a neat game. I mean, we got Arms representation. We got Min Min in Smash. So like we need a new IP for the next console, and I don't know what that IP would be. I don't even know what kind of IP it would be. Like would it be a fighter? I don't know, but I feel like with that we need just more representation, like a new IP. Another thing I'd like to see, honestly though, not a 2D Zelda game, and not just a remaster or a port of an old 2D Zelda game. Like an fresh, original, top-down 2D Zelda. It doesn't have to be a big game. A small game's fine. But I just want to see them, with modern day. Just see what they come up with. Like, is that too much to ask for? Is a 2D Zelda game? Is that really too much to ask for? Because I don't think it is, but that's one of those things where it's probably not going to happen, but if it did, whew, would I be excited. I also think another thing they should probably add, especially if we're getting another Switch, like Switch 2, is for Nintendo Switch Online to add a GameCube category. We have the NES, we have the SNES, we have the N64, we have Game Boy, we have Game Boy Advance. It's time for GameCube. You know, like at this point, I think it's pretty obvious that, you know, since Nintendo has discontinued the virtual console, that Nintendo Switch Online is the future. Well, when it comes to GameCube games, GameCube is like, oh god, that 22 full decades. Some GameCube games, not that hard to find, but you need a Wii to be able to play, or a GameCube. So with a lot of new, with the younger demographic, these things are just honestly just not that accessible. So I feel like adding, GameCube titles would be huge. I remember when they had the Direct and announced the Thousand Year Door remake, I said, what if we added that but through a GameCube part of Nintendo Switch Online? I was not expecting, a full-on, remaster of the game. I'm even more excited for that, but I feel like if they add GameCube games to Nintendo Switch Online, that would be, just, it would bring in more people who don't, already have the service. I also think another thing we need is a tease, not a full-blown trailer. I do not want them to say, like, Christmas release, the next Pokemon game. I just want a tease, just a taste, and have it be released in 2025. Right now we just got DLC for Scarlet and Violet. But I want to see, and I honestly want it to be a Legends game. I want another Legends game because Legends Arceus was so cool. Getting to go, to Sinnoh, or Hisui as it was called in that game, and just get to like it's a completely different type of game. So I want to see, a new Legends game. Maybe I haven't thought about what region though. I'd have to say either Kanto. Yeah, Kanto. Oh, you know what they could do? A Kanto and Johto combination where first half of the game is in Kanto and then they reveal there's also the Johto region, or maybe they do Kanto and then a Johto DLC. But I think, another Legends game, they tease it and it comes out in 2025. I think that would be huge. Will it happen? Probably not. We'll just get, Generation 10 announced and it'll be either Christmas or release, or, it'll either be Christmas or, early 2025. But not like late 2025. Even though the development team clearly needs the extra time. One of the things I've wanted for a while now, I just dropped it. Chrono Trigger. It's backwards because my camera's back flipped, but I love this game. It's such a good game. This is my favorite version when it comes to playing it. But I would even take it, the SNES library is already on Nintendo Switch through Nintendo Switch Online. So you could bring, the original version to the Switch. It wouldn't be that hard. But I would prefer this because it has, the most content, the DS version. But I also want them to fix the stupid true ending because this version honestly kind of ruined the ending. So that, I want that on Switch. I want Chrono Trigger. They brought Chrono Cross to Switch, but not Chrono Trigger. And that, when I saw that, gotta say, I was not too thrilled. But hopefully we get Chrono Trigger for Switch because, they're bringing back all the old classics, Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Those are all available. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Fire Emblem. What about Chrono Trigger? We even have Final Fantasy, so why not Chrono Trigger? I want Chrono Trigger. That's one of those things that I want, and I will not shut up about it until I get it. Another title I'd also like is Fortune Street. You know, we got Fortune Street for the Wii. It's so much fun to play with. You know, it's like, you know, it's essentially Monopoly but Mario, and you know, I can't go wrong with, you know, like we haven't had a new Mario Party game like you know, Mario Party or a party game for Switch for a little while now. So I think the last one was Strikers, and that didn't really do too well. So why not Fortune Street? You know, you'd be bringing some, you know, fun party game to the Switch. You'd also be bringing some Dragon Quest, you know, representation, because those were the two types of characters: Mario characters and, you know, Dragon Quest, which was a bit weird, but I mean, hey, it was still a fun game, and I'd love to see that come to the Switch. I also, speaking of Mario Party, Superstars DLC. Where is it? People would pay for that. You know, Superstars is such a good Mario Party. Like, it brings Mario Party back to its roots, and so many people love it. I also love it. But where's the DLC for more boards? Because we have 4 boards. Or 5. I think it's 4. We have 4 boards from the first 2 games, right? Yeah, first 2 games. Where's the rest? Where's the rest? Come on, Nintendo. Give us what we want. Mario Party Superstars DLC. I want it. It's as simple as that. But will we get it? Probably not. And to round things off, this is the one that's so far out of left field. I pretty much can guarantee it won't happen. But it would be kind of cool and kind of interesting to bring to Switch. Chocolatier. A series, I believe there's 3 games in the series. Only the first one came to DS, but it's 2 sequels came out on Windows and are on Steam, I believe. You know, the trilogy. So there's a trilogy pack for you, the Chocolatier trilogy pack. Let's make it happen, Nintendo. I think that'd be pretty cool. So that is pretty much my 2024 wish list in a nutshell. What do you guys think? Do you agree with it? Are there things that you want to see? Let me know down in the comments below. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.